Hey, I'm Ty Weedman. I'm the drummer.
Hey, my name is Ethan Bench. I play bass.
My name's Chris Metz, and I'm the singer-songwriter, and we are Outlets Band.
Oh, embers laying on the floor.
Basically, what the drill was we were a couple friends in high school. We started out with just me and Ethan and two other girls, and then the progress came from having two other guys come into the band, and then Chris showed up, and then all the girls left. I'm not quite sure why, but and then the other two guys left, and Chris here kind of took lead on the band. So.
But don't say goodbye, 'cause I don't care this time.
Well, musically, we've all come from pretty different places, I think. We've got lots of influences over a broad range of music. We've got pop influences like John Mayer. We've got some country influences, and we've got mostly rock and alternative influences as well, I'd say. And yeah, we've just sort of brought all our interests together and sort of like put them into our music, and the results is what you're hearing, and we thought it was pretty good.
Oh, broken hearts, a tragic tale.
Okay, so the band name Outlets Band, actually, it kind of started off a little bit as a joke. We were looking for, when the other guys were in the band, we were looking for a name, and we went through a bunch of names, Disharmony, and a couple other names that we just weren't quite settled with. And then one day I was walking into the house and into our rehearsal space, and I was just like, well, why don't we just call it Outlets? Because I saw an outlet on the side of the house, and I started laughing, and everyone else in the band was like, that's not bad. And then I guess it just stuck. I mean, we haven't changed it since. I mean, it's going pretty well for us. So.
You kicked me out and left me bare. No sign of you, no golden flare. But
we started off as just Outlets, and then when we were further looking into band name, we wanted to find out if we were, because we were going into the studio and recording, we didn't want to have, another band with the same name as us. So we were looking around, and there was a bunch of outlets from across the states and all that. So then I was just talking to my dad, and he's just like, well, why don't you just throw band on the end? It's like a lot of bands did that back in the day. So I was like, works for me. It was the easiest solution. We were already in the studio cutting the album, so we didn't want to take the main name Outlets off of the cover, so we just added band, and that's just how that came about.
you looked inside and did without.
We released an album called Ground Fault Interrupted. That name came about because my dad, he came on and he was like, you guys should call your band name Ground Fault Interrupted, because it's the outlet in a bathroom. So we figured, we'll give that a shake. We thought it was pretty cool.
Care this time. You kicked me out and left me bare. No sign of you, no golden flare. But I'll burn again.
Embers came about. It was one of the first songs I ever wrote, and very classic songwriting material coming out of a breakup and being young. You think the world's gonna end, and I just, with me growing as a person and growing with the band and coming into music, I found that playing guitar and writing songs was an easy outlet for me to get frustrations out. So Embers is basically just me venting out the feeling of being left behind and just another spark out of the flame. But then, when you look at life from a different perspective, you start finding out that there are a lot of people who are just sparks waiting to find other sparks, if that metaphor works for you.
Well, right now we've released our EP on iTunes, so if you just search in iTunes, Outlets Band, Ground Fault Interrupted, it should be the first thing. Also, we have CDs for sale, physical copies. The best way to do that would be to contact either one of us.
On Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, we basically have it all, and I mean, and yeah, so we have Twitter, Instagram, all the main things, and to get a hard copy of our CD, we have a website. It's www.outletsband.com, and it'll be up there, and we will have a store up there to buy hard copies, t-shirts, etc. And yeah, for right now, if you want to get a hold of an actual copy of a CD, just contact us on Facebook and we can get it to you.